Hello, it is Reviews Day Tuesday, and today is another Mouse Reviews, where I just talk to you about things that I have seen recently. The first thing I'm going to talk about today is Billy Elliot, the musical live. This is a filmed performance of the West End production of this musical, and it was only filmed at the end of September, I think, so it's using the current cast. But for this one-off performance, it featured Liam Mower as the older Billy, and Liam Mower was one of the original Billys 10 years ago. And it also has a finale featuring 25 current and past Billys, which is pretty special. I have seen many filmed theatre shows that aren't meant to be on screen, but this one is the best I've seen. A lot of these productions don't work particularly well on screen. You know, the whole production is for an audience, it's for a stage, it's not meant to be seen through a camera lens. So while I love that these exist as a resource, you know, to people who want to see it again or who physically can't see the show in the theatre, they're never as good. And this, Billy Elliot Live, is the nearest I have seen to being as good as the show itself. It's very well directed. Often one of my pet peeves with these filmed versions of theatre shows is that they'll do close-ups of something and something else is happening elsewhere on stage and you can't see it, and it's very frustrating. But I didn't experience that with this. And they had close-ups of Billy's feet when he was dancing, which was so valuable and something you can't see in the theatre at all. And Billy Elliot's a production that often has quite a lot going on stage at once, and this film is very good at picking this stuff up. Billy Elliot is my favourite musical, and I can't tell you how happy I am that this exists. So if you like Billy Elliot the musical, or if you haven't been able to see Billy Elliot the musical because you live in the wrong place or it's too expensive, then I totally recommend trying to get this DVD. It's worth it. I'll give it a 4.7 out of 5. The next thing I'm going to talk about today is the film Oculus, which is a 2013 horror film starring Karen Gillan. The film has two stories running parallel to each other, one in the present day and one in the past 11 years ago. The story happening 11 years ago is a father, a mother, and their son and daughter move into a new house. The father buys an antique mirror for his office, and that mirror's a bit creepy, and weird things start happening in the house and to the inhabitants. And then the other story is happening in the present day. The son and daughter have now grown up. The daughter, Kaylee, has come into possession of the mirror, and she wants to prove to herself and to her brother that all of those horrible events from 11 years ago were down to the mirror, that the mirror is supernatural. And she is now putting the mirror back up in the house and wants to record what it does. I really enjoyed this film. I think it's far better than any film about a haunted mirror has any right to be. It was clever and it was pretty scary. What I liked most about this film was the whole aspect of the main character, Kaylee, being prepared for supernatural goings-on. She wanted something scary to happen to prove that the events of 11 years ago had a force behind them. You know, it wasn't just scared people being scared by something bigger than them that they can't fight. It was her trying to be proactive, trying to take the fight to the mirror. I liked Kaylee as a character. She was smart, and Karen Gillan played her really well. This was a good film. I found it entertaining and pretty scary. Maybe not one for someone who doesn't like horror films, but I'll give it a 4.1 out of 5. Finally, today I'm going to talk about Carmilla, the web series based on the 1872 novella. I have actually talked about and reviewed, in fact, Carmilla before in a previous Mouse Reviews, I think. So this isn't going to be a particularly long review, but the series has just ended, so I wanted to mention it again. So it's set in a university. It's told from the point of view of Laura, who is a freshman. Her roommate goes missing and she is investigating her disappearance, and she gets a new roommate who is a mysterious girl called Carmilla. I loved this show. It had great acting, it had great characters. Considering that it's all filmed in one room and on one camera, and that quite a lot of the events are happening elsewhere, it does a really good job at building suspense and keeping you interested. And I love the format. The videos are very short and they have cliffhangers, so they're perfect for binge watching. I love the ending. It also left it open for a new series. I really hope there'll be a new series. Please may there be a new series. Yeah, it was a great series. I do recommend it. I will link to it below if you would like to watch it. I'll give it a 4.5 out of 5. So that's it for Reviews Day Tuesday. Do let me know what you think about these things if you have seen them. I hope you have a good day and see you tomorrow.